Hello and welcome to my channel. In this tutorial we're gonna do this very easy stitch, only 2 rows repeat. This is one of the sides and this is the other side, so the stitch is not reversible. I think for this one you can do a, I don't know, a vest, a wrap, even a scarf with a thicker yarn. It's really nice and it goes really fast. Okay. For this stitch we're gonna chain multiples of 3. I'm gonna use now 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. So I have here 15 chains, multiples of 3. We're gonna skip the first 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th chain we're gonna do in there 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3 double crochets. We're gonna skip the next 2 chains and into the 3rd we're gonna do 3 double crochets. And this row is gonna be like this. We skip the next 2 chains and into the 3rd 3 double crochets. Well, this stitch might eat some yarn, so if you want to do something, make sure that you have enough yarn. And again, we're gonna skip the next 2 chains and into the 3rd we're gonna do 3 double crochet. And we're going to be left with 2 chains, so we're going to skip the next chain and into the next, which is the last one, a double crochet only. Okay, now we're going to chain 3, and now we're gonna, the first cluster of 3 double crochet, we're gonna go behind the first, pull up a loop, yarn over the hook, move to the second double crochet and go around that and pull up a loop, and the last double crochet from this cluster we're gonna go around that and pull up a loop. When you have 7 loops, pull the yarn through all the 6 loops, not the last one, and then pull the yarn to the last 2, chain 2. We're gonna move to the next cluster and we're gonna do the same. We're gonna go around the first, gonna pull up a loop, I'm gonna go around the second, pull up a loop, and the 3rd one, and then pull the yarn to the first 6 loops, then pull the yarn to the last 2, chain 2, and we're gonna repeat. We move to the next cluster and we do the same. We go around the 2nd and the 3rd, pull the yarn through the first 6 loops, pull the yarn to the last 2, chain 2 chains. And now at the end we have the last cluster of 3 double crochet and the chain. So we're gonna do the same. We're gonna go around the first one, pull up a loop, go around the 2nd and the 3rd one, pull the yarn through the first 6 loops, last 2, we're gonna chain 1 only, and we're gonna go the chain, we're gonna go on top of the chain, and we're gonna do in there a double crochet. It's gonna look like this. Then we're gonna chain 3. And from this moment forward, this will be the rows that you're gonna repeat. Like I said, this stitch has only 2 rows repeat. So if you don't feel comfortable to go underneath the stitch, then you're gonna go through the stitch if you like. Yeah, but I'm gonna go beneath this stitch, and I'm gonna put in there 3 double crochets. So 1, you go for the 2nd and the 3rd one, Then we're going to move to the next, and again I'm not going to go on top of the stitch, I'm going to go underneath the stitch. So if you like to go through the stitch on top, do just that. So in there we're going to put 3 double crochets. It's going to look like this. We move to the next and we do the same, 3 double crochets in there. I think this stitch is nice for a baby blanket or a throw. So the last one, we have the chain and the last cluster. So I'm gonna go underneath that stitch, and I'm gonna do 3 double crochets in there. And at the end, we're gonna do a double crochet on top of the chain, the 3rd chain. You're always gonna finish with a double crochet at the end. So we're gonna chain 3, turn your work, and we're gonna repeat the 2nd row. So these are the rows that you're gonna repeat: 3 double crochet, the clusters, and then this row. And you're gonna go around the first cluster of 3 double crochet. You're gonna pick up the first one, pull up a loop, go around the 2nd double crochet, pick up a loop, and the 3rd one, pull the yarn through the first 6 loops, pull the yarn to the last 2, chain 2 chains. You move to the next cluster and you do the same. Chain 2, and you move to the next and you do the same. You start pulling up loops, going around those 3 double crochets one by one. Then move to the last cluster of the row. Chain 1 only, and then we're gonna go on the 3rd chain on top there, and we're gonna do a double crochet. So now you're gonna chain 3, turn your work, and you're gonna do 3 double crochets. The first cluster is here, so we're gonna do 3 double crochets in there. But like I said, it's easier for some of you to go just on, pick up the stitch on top, the stitch here, instead of underneath, do that. You move to the next and you put in there 3 double crochets. And maybe if you do a blanket with this stitch, maybe you should finish with this row of 3 double crochets, not the row where we pick up loops. It's like we're doing unfinished how do you say, front post. So the last cluster here, I'm gonna go underneath there, and I'm gonna put 3 double crochets in there. Oops. And at the end we're gonna go on top of the 3rd chain and we're gonna do a 1 double crochet. You're gonna chain 3 and you're gonna repeat. You're gonna start repeating the row 2, pulling up loops. So this is the stitch. It's a very easy stitch. You don't need to concentrate that much with this. This is the back, so it will form these ridges here. So this is the front. Yeah. Okay, well, I hope you like this stitch and you give it a try for something easy and fun. Okay, well, thank you for watching.